Hello again, everyone. This is Game Collector here, and you're probably wondering why there are a bunch of little pieces scattered all over right here. Well, for one, you're probably guessing, oh, look, he's doing a Lego brick. Well, you're wrong. It's not a Lego brick, and for those who have probably guessed it, yes, maybe. This is an Ionix Tenkai Knight, Bravenwolf to be exact. And I have him here collapsed into his little brick mode, which is really, really neat, because I got some actual Legos right here. And Clickola! Yeah. Now, for those of you who don't know what a Tenkai Knight is, it's a brick that's also a minifigure, basically. So you can use figures as building blocks. Oh, he's not on camera. Let's put him. There we go. Well, now we have to finish assembling him, because he's not complete. Yeah, that's right. This isn't the complete minifig. First of all, let's make his cape. Take this, and this, and click. Yeah, we're done. Done making the cape. Shield. Take the front end. Peg this flat piece in here. And this in here. And shield. And helmet and sword are already pre-assembled, so now put this here. Put this in his one hand. Oh, come on. Put this in his other. Whoa, and he decides to almost jump off camera. And then, boom. Bravenwolf, as voiced by Johnny Young Bosch, who's known for doing voices of everything, but mostly being the Black Ranger for that one portion of Power Rangers. Also Vash the Stampede. And Bumblebee. From the video game. And a whole bunch of other characters in anime. Man, I really want his autograph. So anyway, you have this, and he does have posability. Shoulders. His shoulders, arms, and little nubby legs are all ball joints. Unfortunately, he has no joint in his head at all, so he's forced to stare straight ahead at all times and hold his sword backwards. Now, as for these, right here, he could also carry this little tiny gun that looks like an SMG or something. It's a little blaster. Yes, he can hold it. I'll make him hold it by removing the sword and plugging this in here, and now pew 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 pew. Yeah, there. These, however, just clip together like this and serve no purpose whatsoever for this figure on its own. I say this figure on its own because you also require 3 other figures for the Robo Fusion set, which is the Protojet. I unfortunately do not have any of them. I just have Bravenwolf, but I am considering buying them, and I probably will do a video once I have all 4 of them and have done individual videos and, you know, link them all together and all that jazz. But, for now, despite only having Bravenwolf and his little pew-pew gun and his sword, I'm going to show you a little made-up mode I thought of myself that involves using all of his pieces, save for those flappy bits, and make him into a... Whoa, careful camera, careful. Yeah, my camera's fiber optics are currently trying to leak out of the back connection port, right where it's connecting, where the cord connects to the camera, and that's not good. But I'll complain about that some other day and get, never get a new camera and so forth and so on, because I'm dirt poor. Whatever. You've heard this shtick a billion times over by now. Why you still show up is beyond me to listen to me gripe about it. But hey, you're learning about toys, so who cares about my problems? And now he's back in brick mode. Good, that's a start. Step 2. Pop this off the shield and attach the shield up here. Attach the sword into the little peg hole that was his head. Take this, attach it there, pull those out. That'll be used later. Now, pull this out. Oh, you can't see any of that. So, yeah, I just used the back of the shield, and here's the little handle for the shield right there. This is the back of the cape. Plug that in there. Plug the cape in here. And optionally, if you want, you can attach the gun to the shield and the handle to the back of the cape. And there! This little itty-bitty tiny shippy thing. Alternatively, I've also found that if you, put these up here, or, you can actually use these all together and actually make a long shield for, a long shield with a blade on the end for his Titan mode. Now, alternatively again, because I brought an actual official Lego piece with me, going to make his ship mode a little bigger. Peg that up there. Take this and attach it to the back there. And now he has boosters! Yeah, boosters! And I could still add even more Lego pieces to him, because I'm just that crazy. And not only give him boosters, but give him blasters. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew! And yeah, it's a whole made-up mode using Lego pieces and an Ionics brick. It's neat. Now, this little minifigure on his own is $5. And they do have blind bags now, which was surprisingly fast. I haven't gotten any of the blind bags yet, but here's a cool thing. Even if you get, extras, these things are great for army building for 2 reasons. One, if it's a figure you already have, you just leave it in brick mode and you can use it for construction purposes. That's friggin' sweet! Second, well, that's pretty much the only thing there is, but, yeah, you can either leave them in brick mode and just use them as an army builder to create walls and things, or you can unfold them, like I'm doing now, and make a literal army of minifigures out of them. Now, unfortunately, the only ones I've actually come across in the store for the $5 purchases are the bad guy ones, the corrupted. And all of them are either the wolf or the bird. I rarely, if ever, see any of the little humanoid figures at all. Which, apparently those are very, very popular. Now, how I got him? I found him at a Toys R Us. Funny story about that. Toys R Us had, a case, sitting up front with a whole bunch of them in there. And all they had, the dog, the bird, and the blue guy. The blue Tenkai Knight. What is his name? What is his name? I can't think of his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's, Tributon! There we go. Him. The blue Tenkai Knight guy. So they only had him, and I didn't want him because I wanted Bravenwolf, because I already have his Titan brick. So, right behind that case, there are 2 unopened cases. And yes, they were individual case, because they didn't have a barcode on the big cases. I opened them up, right at the very front, Bravenwolf. So I'm like, yes! Grab him, head to the checkout, and buy him. And it was a good day. To put it very, very happily. So, yeah. If you actually want to know more about the story, there's a little, like, I don't know if I can call it an anime or not. It's really like a Saturday morning anime. It's really easy to predict, but it's a hell of a lot better than Beyblade, I'll tell you that right now. But that's not really saying anything, because Beyblade hasn't really been very good since its revival. It's goddamn terrible. Or is it? It's not Beyblade anymore. It's Bay Raiders or something? God. Ugh! Just such an awful taste. Like, no taste at all. Oh, his little gun could be... No, he can't hold the gun up there. So, let's see. You can put the sword back here. Oh, sweet! You can hold the sword back there and carry the little gun around. So, yeah. This has been a, rather interesting review. Oh, come on, don't tell me you're too bulky to stand on it. He's too bulky to stand on it. Oh, well. Oh, wait. Improvise! Oh, come on. Oh, there you go. So, this is Game Collector, and I will see you all maybe next week. I had another potential... Yeah. Things have not been going my way. I'll probably post another video next week, and then take a long, much-needed hiatus. So, bye-bye!